One second. Thank you very much, sir. Sir, introduce about the Vijaykumar.
Yeah. So I would like to introduce our speaker, Dr. L. Vijaykumar Setty, born and brought up in Andhra Pradesh. He has done doctorate in leadership in Sri Venkateswara University. He is a gold medalist in MCOM and also an ISO 9000 certified auditor. He has vast experience in professional as well as industrial fields actually. So he has started his profession as a lecturer and continued his career as a banker. He has performed multiple roles in that banking side. So he has 40 plus years of experience. In 1982, he has started manufacturing of LPG cylinders at Hyderabad as a managing director. In year 1982 itself, like simultaneously, he has started NBFC, a non-banking financial corporation, in the name of Industrial Promotion Syndicate as a managing director. In the year 1987, he has started SVK Hospital Nursing Home as a chairman in Hyderabad. As a serial entrepreneur, he has started several companies in various fields like manufacturing, hand pumps, submersible pumps, wooden flush doors, electrical transformers, steel fabrications, drilling of borewells, and automobile parts, etc. So he is an advisor come mentor for many small and medium enterprises. He is a former senior vice president in All India LPG Cylinder Manufacturers Association. He's a he has done a president in Telangana Arya Vaishya Industrialist Association and also a member of Hyderabad Management Association. He has performed multiple roles in social service organizations as a district governor, managing trustee, charter president, chairman, etc. And he has a family business in different countries like Africa, Qatar, Bahrain, USA, Canada, and as well as in India. His philosophy is to create wealth through promotion of entrepreneurship. Like he has developed more than 50 successful entrepreneurs in his career. So he believes in a concept called dream big and achieve big. His wife's name is Dr. L. Vijayalakshmi. He's also at MBBS Kurnool Medical College and have 5 children. So I'm requesting Dr. L. Vijaykumar Setty, please continue and yeah, thank you.
Thank you for inviting me to speak today on a very wonderful subject, investment opportunities or investments. Sir, Karthik, is it audible, clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Right. Before we go to the subject, we can change of investment opportunities in Andhra Pradesh. Though the time given is only 20 to 25 minutes, I would briefly try to take the need and opportunities available in the economic field or the economic growth when India is planning to reach $10 trillion economy by shortly. Therefore, for all those who feel that there were good days, earlier days were good to start enterprises, it's not right. The time is more ripe and more available today to start a enterprise or an industry, service, whatever it is called. So, what I would like to tell all the audience, believe that there are great opportunities in India. And apart from now here, we will start in general, whatever the incentives or support is given by the central government is applicable for all the states, but each state with its own unique and special features and the special approaches, they are coming with various proactive policies. So therefore, our topic here today is opportunities in Andhra Pradesh. But first, I would like to briefly tell what are the criteria for starting in industries, and with that special each criteria, how best we have a greater opportunity in Andhra Pradesh compared to other neighboring states. Okay, create criteria for starting an industry. All of you are very well aware the business starts and ends with customer. So it starts with the customer need and ends with satisfaction of the customer, and the whole purpose of economic profitability and sustainable profitability lies with the customer. Therefore, whatever we produce, it should be near to the market so that we can easily access. Next. But nearness to the raw material becomes more important factor in starting an industry when there is reduction of lot of quantity input to the final product. For example, food processing, the large quantities are there, and again the finished product is a fractional quantity. In such cases, due to logistical costs, we will be establishing the industry near to raw material. So these two factors, vis-a-vis logistical costs, makes a large impact in selecting the industry, in which place to locate, in which state to locate. And you all know the single largest problem was quality of power and huge interruptions in power supply. Therefore, the industries used to depend on generators, which are very costly. Therefore, any place or any state which gives uninterrupted power supply and low cost power is the choice where power consumption is more in the particular type of industry. Next biggest problem is the land. You may have a land at some place, but that land may not be available or suitable for industrial. So it should be an industrial zone, and the plot should be duly developed with all facilities, but under the same time, we should be able to get a reasonable cost. Otherwise, the project cost will go up. But at the same time, between the cost and convenience, a balance has to be taken. See, apart from that, the another biggest problem the country was facing is availability of the sufficient skilled and cheap labor. Skilled labor may be available if it is very costly, like Bombay and other metropolises, then it doesn't work in the IT industry. Under the same time, unskilled labor is not. So it all depends upon what is the cost of labor, and labor is without labor. However, automation we have done, the labor per se cannot be totally replaced. So, we have to take that factor also into consideration, and whatever it is produced or service cannot be done at the same place of production, and all raw materials will not be available at the same place. Therefore, the infrastructure, road, rail and air connectivity is another important factor which goes to establishing an industry. So everything may be available. If the state government is not proactive and there is no conducive environment, then also it is not congenial for establishing an industry. Now, another greatest thing is, in order, when once we start a new industry, there are a lot of problems in competing the old industries. To attract to their particular states, the state governments, apart from whatever is offered central to all the states, they are giving special incentives, and my learned speaker Murli will be in more particular. He will explain the various incentives given by the AP state government, which will make the project attractive apart from other eco factors which I am going to state. Now, having understood, now the audience are aware what are the criteria that makes us to decide to do. First of all, we all decided to contribute to the economic development of the country. That is the decision number 1, to do it. And the decision number 2 is understand the criteria. And now with the special reference to Andhra Pradesh, now let us come back to the advantages. See, recently the government of Andhra Pradesh in the Global Business Summit, which is going to be conducted in Vizag on 3rd March, they said abundance meets with prosperity, AP. That means they say they are so much confident. There is abundance in Andhra Pradesh, and that abundance has to be converted into wealth, and that leads to prosperity. Abundance meets with prosperity. So what abundance is available in Andhra Pradesh? Like next. See, the advantage hello. Now, if we look at the advantages of Andhra Pradesh, the government of Andhra Pradesh is transforming a state into a model state with a strong reform agenda. Reforms are very, very important. Without reforms, there is nothing new will come. So any state coming with reform approach, we should select. With a plethora of revolutionary and transformative government initiatives, Andhra Pradesh is setting a strong foundation and the platform for comprehensive and inclusive development through decentralized, citizen-centric. Decentralized is the slogan every government is adopting, and citizen-centric means here entrepreneurs. So, abounding with advantages in every aspect, geographical, agriculture, industrial, and infrastructural, Andhra Pradesh supports the success of industry through a conducive business environment. This only a state can do it. If there is no conducive business environment, however physical resources and natural resources are available, the industries will not be at peace and they will not do anything. So, how can we know? The parameters of success of a state of Andhra Pradesh will give us an indication. Here we will not be in a position to go in detail about everything. It may take hours to do it. But in nutshell, rank number 1 in ease of doing business. See, ease of doing business index is given among the several countries in the world, and for the states, what is ease of doing business? They have a criteria, and it is very, very happy to note that Andhra Pradesh is number 1 among all the 29 states of India, ease of doing business. So we should look at this as a very, very important parameter. And next, we already stated power, energy infrastructure. Best state for energy infrastructure and development and Interior Award 2022. Good, very nice. And outstanding contribution in port-led infrastructure projects, ET Award 22. Ports play a very important economic role in the export. Nearness to port, low-cost operation of port is very, very important to enter into export business. All the parameters may not be applicable to all the industries. So the industry-specific parameters has to be, again, we have to look at it. Top achiever in India in logistics. All of you are aware, without infrastructure development and logistical development, there cannot be any progress in any country or in any state. So there also, the Andhra Pradesh is having a top. So quickly I will read the headlines. One is conducive business environment, robust industrial infrastructure. Wherever it needs explanation, I will explain. Supportive industrial ecosystem, strong logistical infrastructure, strategic location. Strategic location here means Andhra Pradesh state is strategically located near to the eastern coast and where it is closer to the Asia, and the southern hinterland, it is nearer to the southern states and also adjoining neighbor states. Quality power and water availability. Water availability is the very, very important factor, and with Godavari and Krishna, with the government policy of giving 10% of the total water availability through the industrial use is a very welcome feature because many industries need water supply. Industry ready skilled force, yes, skilled force is very important. Raw material availability, if you look at it, especially food processing raw materials are available, minerals and marine product, marine coastline, all this makes a wonderful opportunity, but where you would like to start is a different low cost of doing business. That's what I told, that is possible only with all costs coming down with the incentives and all. The cost of doing will come down, the incentives part will be spoken by my counterpart, Murali Garu. Change this. Change the slide, Karthik.
Karthik, change.
I'm doing, sir, 1 minute.
See, when they said abundance in every sphere, see, when there is no abundance, you cannot create anything. Even if you think that universal has infinite wealth. So whatever we produce, whatever we do, when there is an abundance, we reap. You see the tree, what they have grown here. This is given by the official website of the Andhra Pradesh, especially to present to the global investors in the Global Business Summit of. So this is an authentic data and there is nothing to be doubted on this data. 8th largest state in India spread across 1,62,968 kilometers. What a wonderful state with the geographical presence, water, production, rice, everything. 70% of the working age population is in the working age group, 70% are youth and therefore youth power is more. If you look at it, 11.43% double-digit growth in 21-22. The country as a whole is struggling to have a 7% growth rate on an average. And we aiming to go up to 7% itself is a, then if the growth rate is 11.43, imagine by default, the opportunities available in Andhra Pradesh must be greater. 974 kilometer, second longest coastline in India. Coastline is very important for ports, exports, and for marine and sea related projects. 6 existing, so apart from in the low cost logistics, I mean low percentage of logistics over the finished product value. That means 100 rupees sales, only 2%, 3% is the logistics cost at that time, like pharma and high value added items, gems and jewelry. This airport infrastructure will help. So 6 existing airports, 2 new airports under development, all airports to have aerotropics. And 1.2 million Telugu diaspora, second largest Indian linguistic diaspora around abroad. See, in the abroad, if you think, if we want to capture, there are many people going from all states to abroad, especially United States. And out of that, the Andhra Pradesh stands to be the second largest. How it will help the industry? See, there will be affinity to get the investment, NRI funds, and market. So like that, this is also because everyone will have an affinity to their own state. See, this is one of the most important parameter which we can see. $147.21 billion US dollars GSDP. This is national gross domestic product is different from state gross domestic product, which is measures and that is the ratio at which the state economy grows. $147 billion. 1 billion is $1,000 million. Look at the states. That means there is a great potential when the 147 billion GDP is there. You can imagine how much. Especially 25% IT workforce and Indians in US are from Telugu community. How it will have, if I want to start an IT company in Andhra Pradesh, the people from Andhra Pradesh, IT settled entrepreneurs in US can help us. And one more thing, the cost of IT professionals in the tier 1 cities and metropolitans is going up. Therefore, there is a big shift in the IT to the second tier, 2 tier. So here, Visakhapatnam, Tirupati, in maybe Vijayawada, Kurnool, such places, you must IT professionals should look, and the government is coming with lot of probably the government may also come forward to support business to the IT companies which they may establishing in Andhra Pradesh. I am not aware whether such policy they have yet developed. India's gateway to Southeast Asia with 6 existing. See, being east of the India and with so many ports, the Southeast Asian countries, China, Russia, imports and exports will become wonderfully advantageous and competitively advantageous where the logistical costs are high. Next slide. Karthik. So you may be wondering, all this we have understood in general and special references to Andhra Pradesh. But what are the focus sectors? Every entrepreneur cannot enter into all sectors. So how many sectors Andhra Pradesh is convenient and convenient? 1, agri and food process. This is the number 1 because raw materials are available. Andhra Pradesh stands to be number 1. Then aerospace and defense. Okay, many states may offer. Automobile and electrical vehicle. This is one of the most wonderful opportunity because the establishment of anchor project like here and close to Chennai, several automobile industries are coming in Tada as ancillaries. So automobile and electrical vehicles, this Andhra Pradesh stands to be good. Textiles and apparels. Okay, cotton we are producing, spinning mills are there. Fine. Okay. How well Andhra Pradesh is greater. Okay, still we have opportunities. Industrial and logistical infrastructure is there. There also there is a lot of, you can start logistical parks, warehousing, and transportation vehicles. All this you can do is. Petroleum and chemicals, because we have the petroleum resources in Andhra Pradesh. The petrol is being taken. Therefore, there is a great onshore and offshore drilling availability is there. Therefore, petroleum may be a bigger one. Not all small entrepreneurs can go in petroleum and petrochemicals. But whereas electronics and IT, I already told this, even in Tirupati, lot of mobile companies have come and there's a great opportunity for them. And pharmaceuticals and life sciences, excellent opportunities. Now the government is coming out with, in Kakinada, with a big pharma park and getting licenses, and pharma plots are very less. Those who are interested in pharma establishments, please look at that pharma hub which is coming near Kakinada. Healthcare and medical equipment is correlated to pharmaceuticals. Renewable energy, yes, there are a lot of renewable and wind energies and solar energy and ocean energies available. And MSME and startups is a normal skill development we have already discussed. And educational institutions, we have a lot of educational institutions in Andhra Pradesh. Next slide, Karthik. See, look at industry-driven policies for enabling investment. After all, when we say the proactive government, proactive state, how we have to look at it?
Vijaykumar sir, another 3 minutes for you.
Okay, then we will not go about this. Let people, there are a lot of enabling investments policies are there. Next slide. So many policies I don't want to read. Next. Okay, I have already told there are vital statistics. People can go to the Google and know what are the statistics. Next. This also educational institutions, training institutions, so many things are there. Paucity of time, we are not going through. Next. Okay, coming to the conclusive part, because I would not like to waste time. I request every one of you, take a decision. Do not worry about the risks. Today, with the policies of the state governments, giving lot of incentives, the project's costs can be recovered even through the GST refund itself. Therefore, and if you are looking at, look at the state of Andhra Pradesh, which has so many laurels, and take great opportunities. And I'm thankful. Due to paucity of time, I might not have got more into the details. But however, if you can generate an interest in you to become an entrepreneur, to become an extra large entrepreneur, if you're already an entrepreneur, grow at least at 50% every year. There is, and if somebody in the audience is not an entrepreneur, please take decision before you leave this particular session to become an entrepreneur alone or with your group of friends. And I am sure AAA advisors will be a facilitator and to make your dreams a reality. Anybody would like to approach AAA advisors or me, and they can give our numbers. And we wish all good luck, and your involvement will make India a global, India's place in global world economy will be taken to new heights, and the vision and dream of the India to become a $10 trillion economy, $20 trillion economy, $30 trillion economy in the times to come becomes a reality. God bless all of us. Let us forget about the risks and work to achieve the goals of creating wealth, which only can lead to the upliftment of our downtrodden. Thank you. I think, Prasad, I have closed it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh?
Thank you. Yes.
Yes.
You're on that.
Yes, sir. On time, sir. It is on time.
On time. Thank you. Because time discipline is the most singular important factor, sir. I appeal all the entrepreneurs here. If one important thing is the time discipline.
Okay.
Huh? Otherwise, you will never succeed as an entrepreneur.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Huh?
Much Vijaykumar sir. Okay, I think the way you have explained, the first it is coming to the which sector. I mean, which are the things we have to concentrate the things to establish your organization, and after that you have given advantages of Andhra Pradesh and what are the additional resources are there for the Andhra Pradesh. Everything you have given very brief, very detailedly. Thank you very much for your inputs. I think the most important thing the business owners will look on the incentives. If we come, what is what is for us? So hopefully our another speaker will explain those things. Once again, thank you very much, Vijaykumar sir. We can take the question and answers at the end, sir. Okay.
No problem. No problem. I am here in the to take on the questions.
Sure. Professor, please stop the video.